So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ironmillos in the Shimanto. The Shimanto is not a fun ship, in my opinion. I was never a big fan of the Shimanto, of the whole light cruiser line, frankly. She's the tier 8 tech tree, which means she can see tier 10 ships, which is just pain. These ships are built around 150 millimeter guns and basically doing a lot of fire damage and wrecking destroyers. The big thing with these guys is that they have torpedoes that reach rather long ranges for them as on their torpedoes. So longer than normal, longer than people would expect. So these ships are great for
Yeah, it's like
torpedoing.
15 kilometers or something.
It's 15.
15.
These ships are great for torping high trafficked areas, that sort of thing. The biggest problem with these ships is getting into position to do those torpedoes and then hope that the enemy team charges into your torpedoes instead of just turns and runs away. That's, to me, the biggest problem with this line. Overall,
Sorry.
I was going to say, overall, they're a bit on the sluggish side, too. All right, go ahead, sir.
I found the Shimanto actually to be the best ship in the line, except for the Yodo at tier 10. Like during the grind, that was the ship I enjoyed the most grinding, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely hated the 7 and I hated the 9 afterwards. The 8 felt like almost a pleasant surprise in the line to me. Maybe I got lucky, but
No,
I don't
think
know.
Where do you
8 and
grind
9 are
at,
the best.
Grunty?
what did you say?
Where did you do your grind at?
Random battles?
Yeah, you should have went to airship spout.
That's where I grinded the tier 9 and I absolutely hated it.
Okay. Hello, strategist Seth over on Kick. Thanks for the offer. I was gonna say something else, but anyways, so it's just they're rough ships. They're very challenging ships to play because Electric is right. You see them charge in front and then get themselves killed. Now they do have submarine surveillance, which does give them some extra use cases later in the game towards the end. It's just surviving to that point that's so painful. They just take damage and they can't really dish it out as well. So anyway, let's take a look at Ironmillos' build here. So main armaments mod 1, engine room protection, aiming systems, propulsion, and concealment. Yeah, that's everything you'd want to do with that. I mean, your rudder shift time is below 10 seconds. So yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm sure it gets everybody pissed off if it's your teammate and you watch them go die. So Hydro makes sense there. And then, Ironmillos, this is a 10-point captain, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a weird build, in my opinion. First of all, I don't know that you're ever really going to fire AP out of these guns. I mean, unless you can roll up close to another light cruiser, maybe a heavy cruiser, and they're broadside to you, that's the only time I could see you switching to AP. And I don't know.
Super bad.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
have to
don't see
literally
it.
be point blank.
So I'd rather take Last
Yeah.
Stand early on in this ship.
Feels like on Japanese cruisers, the AP is just an afterthought.
The heavy cruisers, it is not. The
Wrong.
heavy cruisers AP is great. Light cruisers, I would not take AP. So I would start with Last Stand and not do Gunfeeder. Second point is on priority target. Fine with me. I love priority target, and for a ship like this is really important to know just how screwed you're about to be. So I like the idea of priority target, frankly. Superintendent, though, I don't know about. You don't have a heal as a consumable, so Superintendent is less important for you.
Fine if you
You-
want to grind through and use this captain on the 9 as quickly as possible.
Superintendent does have a
Otherwise,
use on the
I
9,
agree.
yes. Without Superintendent, instead, I would probably go Survivability Expert or Adrenaline Rush. There is also a possibility for heavy AVHE and SAP, but this has a nerf to
Pack a
your
punch.
concealment. Pack a Punch is a good choice. Yeah. Lean into the torps.
I would fully spec these ships for torps all day, every day.
What's up,
They are
Uniball?
so mediocre as gunboats. I
Mhm.
see absolutely no point specing them for guns.
You really don't want to shoot your guns that often in this ship, right? Your concealment is pretty darn good at 10 kilometer and change. So you instead want to use the concealment to get into a position to torp stuff and really only use your guns to finish off a target. I'm with you there. I get what you mean. So Pack a Punch would be a good choice. Adrenaline Rush is okay. I mean, when things look at you and sneeze on you, you lose like half your hit points. So, well, yes, that's true, Uniball, and good evening, you too. Absolutely, 155 Mogami is far better than Shimanto will ever be, sadly. So Adrenaline Rush can be useful because a battleship looks at you, sneezes, you lose half your hit points, and boom, your Adrenaline Rush is better until he gets the next level and kills you. Or Survivability Experts also. I would do one of these three and not Superintendent. And then Concealment is fine. Concealment is good. Where are you going to go from here, Ironmillos?
The reason I said this replay is when I have little time at night and I need some base XP, I put like some blue boosters and I run this. I had this ship for I think 1 month and I played like only 3 times. So normally I play once in a while and I have no idea how to play it. But
Okay.
I figure, well, if I need to put a blue booster, I'll put it in a ship that I don't know. And I do a lot of bad things. So I don't have a plan. I just
Okay.
play
So,
it.
personal opinion, blue boosters for most players are what you use when there's a 100% first win bonus or better. Because they're rare enough and you want to use them on ships that you feel comfortable playing. You're very confident in because you're going to have a better game and get more XP out of it in general. I would say green boosters are fine or gray boosters are fine. I wouldn't use blue and I sure as heck wouldn't use reds. Now, if you've got a lot of blues and you've got a few reds, then take what I said and push it up a notch and fine, use a bunch of blues. But I still wouldn't use blue boosters on a ship that I'm not comfortable playing and don't know what I'm doing. I'd reserve that for greens and grays.
Okay, but
Also,
are
go
the
ahead.
ships that you like not the ones, or the ships that you know and you're gonna do well are not the ships that you like to play?
Generally,
Because
yes, but you
I
know,
put the boosters in the ships that I don't want to play.
right. I guess to me the thing is don't like and don't want to play versus I know the ship enough to know how to play it. Those are two different things in my opinion. Yeah, that's a good point, Goonville. Clan vows too. Sure. So,
I think Iron's going with the I suck in this thing, so I need to supplement my suckiness with more experience to get out of it faster.
yeah,
But it's
right.
not gonna get better after this shift, especially if you don't learn how to play it because you rushed through it.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, operations, guys.
I agree with you there 100%, Puddin'. And I was going to say that operations, hey, Dubong, are a great place for you to get practice on a ship and learn how to play it. Learn the strengths and the weaknesses, figure it out. And the nice thing with operations is most of them are scripted. You play operations enough, you know what to expect and how, where things are going to spawn and that sort of thing. And that takes one big unknown away from when you're playing randoms. And you can focus more on, okay, I know there's going to be a battleship here. I know I need to make sure I don't get, don't sit broadside to it, blah, blah, blah. So I completely agree with Puddin' on that. So anyway, Last Stand, I would definitely, if I were you, Iamios, I would even respect the captain. Like, Last Stand is that important in my opinion, so much more so than Gunfeeder. Priority Target's fine, and I like Grunty's idea of Pack a Punch, and then Concealment Expert. I think I'd go with that. We could look at your replay and maybe give you some additional thoughts afterwards. Other skills that are going to be very useful for you: Adrenaline Rush, of course, Survivability Expert, and that leaves you with 5, right? So fill the tubes if you want to play, like Grunty said, a full torpedo spec cruiser could work. Although keep in mind, you will miss out on a 4-point skill because of that. And radio
2.
radio location is very sexy.
To go.
Well, if you're going to go for Torch Feet Swift Fish, you don't have room for Superintendent if you're doing Fill the Tubes as well. And I kind of feel like you might as well go for both.
What did I do on this line? Let me think. I might have actually cut the priority target, to be honest. I know it blows.
You can cut priority target and get incoming fire alert. That saves you a point if you're going to put that 1-2 pointer in to fill the tubes, and that does give you Superintendent. True.
Yeah,
But
I think I did that.
I think this would be a fine build at tier 9 and up because you've got the heal. But for tier 8 specifically, Superintendent's not really going to help you much.
No, it won't.
If you had a spotter plane, Eye in the Sky might be okay, but you don't. So you're in a situation right now where you're kind of like, what the heck do I do? Priority target, and what's your 6 seconds? All right, well, you don't need to worry about Grease the Gears then. So consumable specialist, maybe. And there you go.
The AA is not bad on these cruisers.
Correct.
You might
Correct.
you could drop the incoming fire alert since you have priority target, and just get the focus.
You could do this.
firing.
Yeah, you could do this. I like this better, actually. I like this better. I mean, yeah, Demo Expert isn't a bad idea either because you got so many shells that you're slinging out. Hey, Uniball, Jinx. So I would say do it like this, and then by the time you get to this point, Ironmillos, this is the 8. This is the 8. Once you get to this point, then think about where you'd want to go. If you're on the 9, the 9 becomes problematic because the 9 and 10, you want Superintendent for that extra heal.
Oh, by the way, if you do this captain build, you need to switch out the aiming systems for the top speed too.
Oh, good point. Good point. You could absolutely go Torpedo 2's modification here, which makes sense because it also keeps your torps alive, right? So that also would help with your torp speed. Yeah.
Like the main problem with these torpedoes on these ships is actually the speed. They are quite slow, which is why I would like to have the Swift Fish too.
Yeah.
And together with this, you get them up to a respectable speed at least.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get you.
It looks way more fun than half I played so far.
Yeah. So this would be your 9 and 10, right? Incoming fire alert because you just don't have room in the build for priority target, and then you pick up Superintendent. I think that's how I would do it. And if you don't want to screw around with priority target and train yourself for incoming fire alert, keep that up here and then pick up focus fire training and, consumable specialist. Or instead of focus fire training, go demo expert. That's fine too.
Nice.
For flags,
For sure, I'll retrain. Not sure where I will go, but I'll look at this bot again and make a decision.
yeah, if you retrain, I really feel like your crux here, the most important skills for you to look at, and this is where it comes really important. What are you going to do for your 2-point skill? So, Last Stand is just so helpful, but so is knowing if you're about to die. So, if you're going to go for a torp build, then you might, you pick one or the other, Last Stand or Incoming Fire, and then you go fill the tubes, Pack a Punch, Concealment. And then if you're liking how this plays, then you start building in quality of life stuff, right? So, this is one of the weird cases, Grunty. I think you would probably say go for the 1-pointers first because I think those will have more of an impact. And then pick up Survivability Expert, go to Adrenaline Rush. Of course, if you're on the tier 9 with the heal, go Superintendent first. But there's your build for tier 9 and 10. And then for tier 8, here and here, and then I don't know, that and that. It's fine. You can do it. For signals, you've got HP, ship HP, fire, and flood, fire chance. How's the flooding like on these torpedoes? Pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hydro and submarine surveillance, okay. That's all right. Ship speed, consumables. No, yeah, no survivability. Look, a ship like this, that extra hit points is just more XP for the enemy battleship that's shooting at you. That's how I look at survivability expert on these ships. That's why I value it less. Anti-air flag would be a good one for you to pick up. The burn less flag would be good for you too. You don't get a heal, so you don't need to worry about the healing flag. So, all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at your game then. All right. So this is a random battle. You are top tier. There's 2 subs, no carriers, lots of battleships. This is actually a like besides the battleship being scary, like this is decent matchmaking for you, I'd say. No destroyers, 3 subs. 3 subs, no destroyers. I apologize. This is great for you. Like you literally have the best concealment aside from the subs. That's wild.
After I didn't know that. I didn't notice that part. Like,
Oh my god, electric. Also note your rear turrets are 360s. That makes this ship very comfortable for switching sides. And I can't remember. I think the second turret is a 360. I could be wrong.
I don't
Anyway.
remember.
I don't either. I really don't feel like playing and finding out either.
Let
Okay.
me quickly check here.
Well, thank you, SAT. So you are... These ships are really good for playing on the flank, Ironmillos. Because you really need to control where people can shoot you from. So I would say... I mean, look at your really, really sexy 15-kilometer torpedo range. I would probably start by working my way up the 10 line. I'd work my way up to this island right here and then decide what to do. If there's enemies pushing like this way, then I might reverse and torp towards them, and then turn and torp towards them as I kite away. I might try something like that.
I think I was a little bit. I didn't know what to do because North Carolina was leaving from the start. So I said, well, I was thinking I was gonna have to kite here.
So if you're going to do that, then this island is a really good place to start at too. So, you know, you get up to an island, analyze the situation, decide do you go farther forward or not so. This is a fine position too, though, because you can absolutely catch players that are making that move exactly like what you've just done. Would be nice if Wargaming went back and gave old boats 360 turrets. Yes, it's true.
All the turrets except for the front one should be 360.
Got it.
I mean,
So
it would
all-
be nice, but I don't think this is the way you want to buff these ships.
You have to literally rebalance everything, and good luck with that.
Mhm.
Also, don't use AP. AG. Forget AP doesn't exist.
That's right, because it doesn't on these ships. It really doesn't. Okay, nice fire on the Mackinson.
By the way, you have submarine surveillance, right? You can literally.
Good
spawn a
point.
submarine.
What is
Thought
that
it was,
range? 6. It's only
Might be
6.
not it.
Like
Oh,
8
it's
kilometers?
6? Ugh. I thought
Yeah.
it was 9. Oops.
Nope. You're not a German sub.
Okay, my bad. I didn't say anything.
No, that's fine. I mean, it shows how there's just so much stuff in this game. It's hard to keep it all straight, even for, you know, very experienced players like you and me.
Wargaming really needs to standardize some of the values because there is a way too much variation. Like this is
I guess
like
6
we're
is kind of the standard, right? With 9 being the exception for the German subs, and I guess
yeah.
the Russian ones, and then there's the cruisers for the Commonwealth.
I mean, each one in a vacuum is fine, but then you
Mhm.
have like a ton of exceptions for everything. So it's like, how
Mhm.
do you remember all of that?
Yeah.
Easy, just remove subs.
Yeah, remember
There
when
you
they
go.
standardized the radar ranges, etc.?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And now they have like 5 million different ranges again.
You have
No,
7.5,
most of their radars are standardized.
So
Yeah.
we've been
but not everything.
talking about all this. Ironmillos, you haven't been playing the game much. What do you look? Ah, there you go.
Yeah, he's playing the island humping light cruiser, like as the gunfiring thing, like
This
kind of
is
which is not the way you do.
Shimanto's not supposed to be hiding behind islands. She's supposed to be open water, just throwing torps at people, because you can't torp people through islands
Sub.
yet.
You saw it. Good. You saw it. Dropping both. I might have held off the second a little.
No, he must die. And Sub is honestly running out of range, so why not?
Yeah. Okay. Because my thinking was you want to try to get lucky with a second hit on the sub with a sticky fire or something. Electric. Oh, 1080 to 360. Ouch. There you go again with your AP.
I think it was my third game on the ship, so I thought Fiji and Mogami were, ships that you normally get citadels on. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think I learned.
You would be reasonably correct in a heavy cruiser or even
Yes.
like another Fiji, but
Yes.
this is Shimanto. Her AP sucks. Like even
Her AP's
worse than
terrible.
usual.
The shells, the shells are so floaty. They just hit at terrible angles. Like, watch this. You're gonna shoot the Mogami here. Okay. What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? 1 penetration, 3 torpedo pens, and 3 ricochets. What could you have had instead? You could have had a fire. You could have knocked out some torpedo tubes.
Could have destroyed his will to live.
Absolutely. See, that already right there. 11 penetrating hits. Look at that.
I mean, the damage is still not great, which
No.
is another reason why I don't like playing them as gunboats. Like, even if you get the hits, like it doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's where slow down. Slow down. And you slow down because you've got priority target and you know that only one person's targeting you and it's the Mogami. And you kill them. So you slow down and get in a position to start reversing. You throw off the Mogami's torpedoes, but you also stay closer to the enemies for something else to do.
Another tactic you can do in Shimanto, the line specifically, because almost all your turrets are 360 and they turn fast anyways, you actually don't have to stay on one side. You can just literally turn around in circles and throw torps out and fire guns on occasion.
Absolutely, yes. The big thing for these ships is just luck chucking torps. So you get yourself in a position to luck chuck torps to your left, like this way, and then you turn and then luck chuck torps this way out of the right side, and you just keep going back and forth, and and then the thing that's weird about this ship, Ironmillos, is it's almost one of the ships where you advance at the enemy in reverse, like the whole time, because the bulk of your ship that matters, being your torpedoes, those are rear arcs, right? So if you're reversing into your enemy, you're setting yourself up better for torpedoing things.
Yeah, I mean, from what I heard today, I think I really need to. I never thought about using a cruiser as a torpedo boat kind of thing. I
Yeah.
always thought, that's extra.
Now you
It's
switch
your
back.
first time.
Yep. You turn back to AP. I will mention if you had HE loaded, you probably could have gotten another fire on the Lenin and done some other stuff. You wasted some time, but you actually had a decent hit there, which is kind of funny.
Like, most people don't play them as torpedo boats, but everybody who plays it as a gunboat is also just complaining about it. Rightfully,
Yeah.
though, because
Yep. Yep.
It's
Good use of priority target here, Ironmillos, to recognize that there's more than one person targeting you, and then recognizing that. Surge Sixer, how's it going?
Throw tops.
like, I want to be perfectly clear. These ships are not good, even as Spectre's torpedo boats. They are not amazing ships.
Nope.
But you will have much better results, and don't feel like you're ripping your hairs out.
Yep.
every
How's your
single
Friday
time you're
going,
playing them
Sixer?
if you're playing as Thorpe.
Sir Gixer, sorry, I keep on messing that up. But I hope you're having a great Friday and a great Valentine's Day.
Single Awareness Day.
Isn't that November 11th?
That I don't know.
It's November 11th.
111. Is that?
Oh,
Working
yeah,
had,
yeah.
like, a singles event a while
That's
back.
right, they did. They did. I remember that now.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah,
use
yeah.
guns.
What's up, Morpork?
He's low. He's low enough health that you can shoot him. Also, this is the tactic where I've mentioned earlier. You don't have to keep all your guns to one side. You can literally turn around in. You can turn around in place and just swing your guns to the other side.
Now here, you just caught the sturdy on Hydro and he dove. Dude, you've got the submarine surveillance. There you go.
Hydro surveillance.
Yeah. And you got him anyway, but still, like... I like the awareness, though, because I myself oftentimes even forget it. Now here, I think you just YOLO him. If you stop here and wait, you're going to just be broadside to this Veneto. He's going to look at you, and he's going to say, "Free XP!"
No, he's gonna say 5 over pens.
And he's going to get scared and make inky. That's what he's going to do. By the way, whoever picked this song, love ya.
You do realize, because he's smoked up, you can just YOLO him. Like, he literally... There's nothing that can spot you now.
Yep.
I don't think I realized that.
GG.
Also,
Mhm.
the chances are, okay, I was going to say chances are he's going to turn out to shoot you, but he doesn't see you, so he can't.
This is where you YOLO him, and then you use the smoke against him.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that's exactly what I said a few moments ago.
That's kind of unfortunate.
And look at all those overpens because he's so close to you.
Yeah. See? Classic Veneto problem.
Yeah. I mean, but he gets to shoot
AP?
again.
Why are you
He's
using
in a ram.
Ram is fine. If only you had a ramming flag. If only you had a ramming flag. You killed him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Him
All
going
right.
for the ram is such a huge misplay on his part.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Don't correct the enemy when they're making mistakes, my dude. Look at that. Look at that. I almost don't even want to move the camera because it's like that beautiful of a death pick. You know? Tells the story, and then there's another ship, that's that Helena. And that's the reason why you didn't get killed earlier. Because the Helena got spotted first. Right, exactly. Laugh and shoot more, or in your case, just get rammed by him and laugh. I mean, he gave you a free kill. Just think about that for a moment. He gave you a free kill. Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I felt that I didn't do that much damage in the game until, I normally don't look at the damage when I'm playing. And so when I was done, I said, where did this come? Was it all the RAM? Maybe
You had
got
about
like
71,000 before the ram.
Yeah. You basically doubled your damage because you let him ram you.
A lot of
And
it
not
was
only
fire.
that, but that ram secures his loss because he could have killed you, gotten the cap, and maybe made a turnaround. Bismarck's low. Could have killed maybe your sub. But he didn't do it. You know what I should have done? I should have done an underwater look. Can I still do that? Let's see. Yeah, I can.
It actually
But-
looks better right now.
What looks better right now?
If you're underwater, the two ships are starting to submerge, and then you have Helena that's already on her way to the bottom.
Right. Right. You just gotta find a fun way to get them all in there. Right?
Are you using
Like something
Helena
like
to
that could
censor the ram?
I was thinking about it. I was actually thinking about it, like right there. The problem is you lose the vision of the ship itself, right? Like the, you know, what Ironmillos is playing. But if I move up like that, there we go. I could just see the cover pic with like a big black bar that says censored. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like the underwater view better, or did you like the smoke with the ship sinking? I still kind of like the above,
You can
like
do two.
when I did. Yeah, I could, I suppose. Anyways, let's fast forward this one. You're definitely gonna win this game at this point. So let's get the replay render tool set up. Shimanto.
Yeah, I sent this replay because it was just such a hardship for me to play. I mean, sometimes I realize that the guns do shoot really well over islands.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe I should play a little bit more like that. But from hearing what I heard, then I'm going torpedoes.
I mean, the guns shoot well over islands. It's just that they do no damage.
Right. It's like, yeah, I hit him 6 times. Oh, you know, unless it's a destroyer or an enemy sub that's on the surface, then they wreck. But beyond that, it's just negligible stuff. You're basically trying to start fires as much as possible. Yay. You're far better
trying to
suited
set
with your
fire,
torps.
and you're hoping your
Like-
torps hit once.
Like, just if you put in, like, the Yodo can get the top damage with Pack a Punch up to, like, I think 27,000 damage per torpedo. Holy.
29.
So
Yeah.
you don't even need a lot of torpedo hits to get good damage.
Yep, exactly. So look at that. First place. Why? Because one of your kills was a near full health battleship. Take a look. 68,000 damage to the Veneto.
Don't forget the free Mogami.
And the
And the sub.
Mogami.
And the sub.
And the sub, yeah. Mhm.
And the cap.
And you got the cap, exactly. So, very good game. I'm sure you were very happy that this time you had the blue boosters after we talked about it so much. But yeah, these ships are pain. So, you know, you can do a torp
Yeah.
build in it. You're I mean, look at this. You only had 1 torpedo hit from this entire game, right? You launched 21 of them, so that's an abysmal torpedo hit rate. And, you know, so I get the thought. I do more damage with guns. I understand that
I mean,
thinking.
It is kind of normal.
Well-
Like, these torpedoes are spotted from the moon, right? So
Mhm.
you're not getting that many hits. The whole idea is just you don't need that many hits, because if they hit like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, technically, you did more damage with the ram. So just ram
Yeah.
everything.
And there you go. There you go. Yeah, just ram everything. Sure.
That being said, you actually didn't need to ram.
No.
So once he smoked up, you should have held your fire, YOLO towards him, hope he doesn't death strike you, and then just launched 4, 5, 6 torps into his side. He instantly explodes.
Pretty much exactly that. And at the very least, you trade. At the worst case scenario, you trade, right? Which is what happened just now, but it shouldn't have. It's because he didn't have a ram flag. That's his problem, right? He would have lived if he did, probably. So, like,
Yeah, I totally panicked there. I
Mhm.
saw him coming, and I thought that he was
Mhm.
shooting the other cruisers. So I said I have time to turn around, and
right.
then somebody put an island there.
It
Right.
suddenly jumped out in front of my ship. It emerged from under the water.
And then all of us are posting in chat, uh-oh. Like, all of us are saying, uh-oh. So, yeah, when you have a situation like that, don't be afraid to just charge on in. Don't be afraid to just go for it, especially with him smoking. Even if he didn't have smoke, and let's say he was a Richelieu or some other tier 8 battleship, dude, at that point, I'm just going to YOLO him anyways. Let's see what happens, right? I'm either going to come away with the win or I'm going to trade, most likely. So, anyway, let's get your video up. And what do you guys think we should call this game?
What time does the tournament start tomorrow?
11 a.m.
How much more do you have to grind? For
30.
Wow.
You'll be
Yeah,
done by the
'cause-
tournament starts. You're also gonna be very tired.
I could have sworn I told you the times in DM, but
No, you did. I just, my brain is fried.
yeah, 11 o'clock and probably go to about 3. There's no
Did you-
delay required for tomorrow or Sunday, so that'll be great.
This is just a test tournament? You were
Correct.
saying?
It's a test tournament.
What are they testing?
They're testing their setup. So we can talk about that in a second. I want to stay focused on the replay if we can for a bit though.
Listen, clearly we have no clue because, 100 and something K damage and a hotness of garbage. Clearly he's doing something more right than we are.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
you gotta ram
literally
off.
yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm with you guys. I hated every second in those things.
I kind of enjoyed the tier 8, but that's because I said the tier 7 is the worst chip in the whole entire game. So everything after it was
Okay.
already
How
great.
about full torpedo? Because if you think about it, the ram was the final torpedo, right? You shall not pass. That's true, Ironmillos. What do you think though? Full torpedo?
The last torpedo? One torpedo?
Speed bump?
I like speed bump.
Speed bump, yeah.
Okay. Speed bump it is. My God, the safe GG bot thing. So I'm like, hey, this thing, let me try some sort of thing. It promises to do auto clips. I'm like, that's cool. And it's just like spamming chat with like, check out this clip, check out this clip. And they're probably crap anyways.
Where's my badge? I shared a clip to my YouTube.
Hmm.
I should have gotten this badge because Twitch told me to do it so I can get a special badge.
I don't know.
Right. You got a badge, but you're not going to get it.
Maybe it's only delivered when the event ends, end of February or something.
I don't know. Well, either way, Ironmillos, thanks for sending the replay in and for support. It was actually a really entertaining replay to look at, so appreciate you, man.
Thanks for the analysis. Thanks, everybody.